Hey guys, you must be so excited that you got your camera in the mail. Here it is. This is what it looks like. So I'm going to take mine out. And there we have it. So now this is the trick. Inside here, when you open it up, is your instruction booklet. And most importantly, I'm going to put this away. Most importantly in here is your lens cap. You're going to want to put that on your camera right away to protect your very expensive lens. I'm kidding, it's plastic. But the rest of this stuff you could put aside because we're not going to use that right now. But I do want you to read the manual, which is very important. Okay, but I'm going to show you how to load a roll of film for the first time. So you're going to take your camera, you're going to flip it over, and then you're going to slide these prongs out of the way. Right now they're locked, so you're going to slide them down, and you're going to take the back off. So now I'm taking the back off of the camera. And here's your roll of film. So let's take this out of the box. Please be aware that the film is light sensitive, so you don't have to be in a dark room, but you also don't want to be out in the sunshine when you're loading it. So here you go. You're ripping the paper off and you're taking the film out. Now when we get to this point, you need to hold on to the sides of this roll very tightly because it could unwind. You're going to use your nail or some sharp blade or something just to tear this. It's a thin piece of adhesive and you're tearing that open. We're gonna unfurl this little tab right here and we're going to tilt it into this like little prong that's sticking out of the top. Now holding the film down with your two fingers, you're gonna very carefully and slowly unfurl here, and we're gonna rotate this knob until this top slot is facing upright. So we're going to take that little tab that we just and we are going to keep oops, see, it just slipped out. So let me go back, rotate it around again, and take that little tab, and now here I am putting pressure on it with my finger until it grabs. Still didn't grab. So this is the fun of the Holga. So I'm going to do it again, except this time I'm going to give it a little bit more slack inside. And now I'm holding it on and I'm doing it up. It looks like I finally grabbed it. So see how it's rotating now? All right. So now when I get to the word start, I'm going to take my back and I'm going to put my back on the camera. So when I put this on, I'm going to lock the sides. Here's one side. Here's another side. Now, because we are shooting 12 exposures, we want to make sure the arrow is pointing at the 12. Now, watch this little square over here, because as I rotate this top knob, I'm going to start to see things in the window. And let me rotate a little faster. So that line is telling me that I'm rotating, it's working. If you don't see anything happening, that means that maybe it didn't catch on or it came loose. So here I'm rotating again. Soon we're going to start up. Here we go. Now those are arrows. Those are warning arrows saying you're getting you're getting close. Here are some dots here, and they get smaller and smaller until you get to number 1. Boom. Now we're ready to shoot. So for security purposes, what I do is I take a rubber band on the top and I take a rubber band on the bottom. I'm sorry, I said that in reverse. And I keep the rubber band on there. And the reason is that sometimes these slide and they will pop open and then your camera back falls off and then all of your film is exposed. So the rubber band just adds that extra security. You could also use a piece of tape, whatever you feel comfortable. I just find that the rubber band is the easiest to get on and to get off. But now we're ready to go and shoot. So let's go out and do it. So we're about to start and take some photographs with our Holga. So the first thing we're going to do is check the bottom of the camera to make sure that it's selected on N for normal, not B for bulb, because that will keep the exposure open and you'll continuously get a lot of blur. So we focus the camera. Now the focusing is this dial that is kind of ambiguous. I'm going to photograph a tree, so I'm going to choose like a large group. So I bring the camera to my eye, frame my shot, and then right here where my finger is, I'm going to take the picture. Now listen, that's it. Picture is taken. So now when I wind it, I am going to wind it until I get to number 3. And then I stop. And that's a shot being taken. Another feature on the Holga camera is the setting right here, which goes from sunny, and you slide it, to shady. Also, if you're using a flash, you would set it on that mode for the flash. So it's kind of shady in this area right now. So I'm going to focus my camera to a one-person close-up, and I'm going to aim it, and now I'm going to take the picture. Beautiful. And now I'm going to advance my film, and there I am. Next shot ready to go. Now I'm going to take a multiple exposure shot. I'm switching my camera from shady to sunny, and I'm going to set it for mountain. And now, here we go. Now, I'm clicking, I'm clicking, I'm clicking, and I'm clicking. Okay, I just did 4 shots on 1 frame of film, and now I'm winding. And there we go. Okay, so we finished the roll of film, and now we're going to start rewinding it. And as you can see through the window, you're going to see a series of lines and dots until we get to the end. See the word right there? That means you are almost at the end. It gets a little tighter to roll because it is wow, it's really tight. Okay, I just heard it release. So now it got a lot easier to turn, and now the square is black. So that means that it's all wound up. So I'm very carefully, I'm going to remove my rubber bands. And again, I felt the very smooth tension over here is very easy, so I know it's all fully wound. So I'm going to slide open the sides and carefully remove the back, and there is my roll of film. So again, very carefully, I'm going to take this out of the side because I don't want it to drop. And there's some plastic adhesive, which I'm going to remove and start to tape it shut. Now here's another piece of adhesive. I am removing the covering, and now the roll is ready and fully exposed and ready to be processed. One more thing to remember though is that you have to take your wind-up spool and you have to remove it and bring it to the other side so that you're all ready to load in your next roll of film. So there we go, all set for the new roll of film right there.